Hi guys, welcome back to another craft with me video. Today I have a fun one, super easy, but something that is really gonna really look pretty. And I'm trying to stick with neutrals on this one. I did want to do something with some of my vintage playing cards that I had actually thrifted a while ago, and I haven't done anything with them yet. And these are just so pretty. It comes with their little boxes, and look how cute these are. So it has two different types. So this one is called Vintage Tennis, and this one is called Monet Gallery Lilies, and I absolutely love them. I think that they're so pretty. I don't know how old they are. This one, it has a barcode, so I don't think it's that old, but just the fact that it comes in these little boxes is just absolutely adorable. So I wanted to do something with these, and I was actually going through Pinterest, and I found something similar, but instead I kind of put a little twist on it and was using some of these. And I don't know what we could call them. I guess we could call them maybe like cabinet cards or something. But I'm using my vintage plain cards, and we're just adding frames to them. And these are actually the newer ones. I was kind of testing it out. So these are the newer ones, but look how pretty. And so we're going to be covering them. This one I made a little bit more simple, but these are, I think this one I did upside down. No, is that? This one's upside down. So that's that, but how cute are they, right? So I add a little bit of bling on this one. I added pearls to this one. Just a lot of fun little things on these. And so let me go ahead and bring everything out so that you can see exactly what we're working with. So this is what I'm working with. I'm working with not only our vintage playing cards, but I have a bunch of different dies, and these are more like labels, but I'm going to be using them to make the frames. I did go to town and emboss a bunch of cream color, white, and the craft cardstock. I just did a bunch of them. I acted like I was going to make 1,000 of these things, but I wanted to have a variety of each color. And so I went ahead and I did that. And I'm also just bringing out a bunch of maybe little die cuts, some pretty little frames that are already done that I know that are going to fit on our playing cards, and some little die cuts here. And our main focal point is not only the plain cards, but I will be covering it. I grabbed one of my vintage, I guess, from what year is this from? Does this say? But I know that it's old. It doesn't say what year it's from. But anyway, I grabbed one of my old Simplicity that I thrifted a while back, and I just been cutting up. This is part of actually the skirt, but I'm going to be using this as our to be layering on top of excuse me, our playing cards. And this is our main thing. So you can use either the found relatives, the vintage pictures or photos from Tim Holtz, or you can go into maybe books. These are just little pictures that I got out from one of my books that I love. And you can grab or cut out some from books. See, you could tell these are from books. Or if you have originals, use what you have. So I have a bunch of these little cutie patooties too. So use what you have. You can grab from anywhere. And let's put these off to the side. And I also have just some fun little trims, some little of my rosettes that I got from, I think, Walmart. It was like a bunch for like 99 cents. So what I can link down below, I will. I'm also using the matte Mod Podge to add the tissue or the pattern paper onto our cards. So I've done a couple already. I'll do one with you just so that you can see how I did it. And I also have out, where did I put it? It's my little sanding disc thing. Where did I put it? My little sander. I also brought out some of, oh, here it is. I got this from Hobby Lobby forever ago. I don't know what's wrong with my voice, sorry. But I also brought out some of the old washies that I've had forever and I never used. So I thought this might be a good one to just add like little pieces. See here, I added a little piece there. I added a little piece there. And then I added a little bit here. But what I did do is I added just a line of my glue under it before adding this. Even though it's sticky, the washi tape is not super strong, and so over time it probably will try to peel off. So just to kind of make sure that I keep it stuck down pretty well, I just add like a little bit of glue under that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get out some of these. So let me get one of each. Let's get one that's not the Joker. So let's see. Let's do 4 of hearts in this one. And then on this one, we'll do 9 of clubs. All right, let's put these away. And I'm going to grab a scratch piece of cardstock so that we can add our glue. Get this ready. I do like to make sure that I have it right side up. So let's make sure that these are right side up. Nope, there it goes. And I have my, just so that it won't dry out, I have my my brush in a little thing of water. Just so I don't have to keep trying to wash it every single time I want to use it. So making sure that you get all of the corners. I'm going to do both of them at the same time. Let me move this one a little bit. I should have gotten a bigger scratch piece of cardstock so that I could have more room to do this on, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. All right, I think that's enough. So I'm just going to put these down here and then add my paper. And I'm going to go around with my little sanding disc and just go around the edges. Go all the way around. And like that, you'll get clean lines. Clean edges, you don't have to worry about trying to trim it out after. Now, if you have a little corner here, like this one, I probably shouldn't have put this in my water just yet. So let's wipe this off. But we'll come back and we'll do that. Let me just leave that here and do this one. It's really pretty easy once you have your little sanding disc. And if it rips a little, so what? It actually looks cuter. See this? I have little corners here. So I'm just going to grab a little bit and make sure that all of that is glued down. So I just think it was that corner. And then I'll add a little bit more here. And I think I need a little bit on this side. And I think we're good. And that's it. For the glue at least. So let's put that away. I do have my little SIZZIX SIDEKICK here. So I'm going to let these dry and we'll work on the ones that I've already done. We'll put that away. We don't need that anymore. So here they are. I like to make sure that we have some type of die or size that'll still, you know, make it show that we have a plain card on it. So we're just going to play around with the ones that I have. This one I think is good, but I think it might be too small. I did have this one. See that? That would be perfect. And then I have the nesting one on the inside. But that really won't show a lot of what the embossing, with the embossing folder. And I think I tried using that. Did I try using that one yet? I haven't. So we could try this one. This one will barely show. Now if you notice on these older cards, it has the number on all four corners, as opposed to the newer ones that only have them on one corner each. Crazy, right? I noticed that after the fact. But this would be good, and then we can add maybe a smaller one on the inside. But then that won't give us a lot of room to put like a picture on the inside, would it? What if we did something like this? Put a little face. I'm just playing around with it just to kind of see which one will work better. This would be really pretty if it was a little bit smaller. Because I'm afraid that it might. Yeah. That's not going to be enough space. Nope, that won't fit either. This one might work. Ooh, there it is. So just playing around. I just have this set. I don't remember where I got it, but if I find it, I will link it down below. Because I have my little magnets, it's trying to get stuck on everything now. Okay. So let's do this, but we're not going to cut into our cards. I'm going to go in and look for, let's do one of the craft card ones. Ooh, this will be pretty. Okay. So let's cut around this. Save your scraps because I'm sure we can find something to use those later. Okay, now I'm going to have to tape this down so I can make sure that it stays where I want it. Come on. I think about here. Okay. Now let's grab my little Sidekick here. And add this right here. Put that through. I'm gonna put it through a few times because I want to make sure that this cuts all the way through. So let's see how that did. Let's take this off. See, it still didn't cut all the way through. This one did in the middle, but this one, let's see. I might have to help it and cut around it. I don't know if it's because it's embossed. Is that why it doesn't cut all the way through? I need to get one of those, what is it called? Those metal sheen, what is it called? You know what I mean? That layer that you can add to your die cut machine so that it'll help out with the, I have it for my Big Shot, but I don't have one for this. I need to check to see if they have it in the Sidekick size, because sometimes I think I could use it. Now see, this definitely keeping because we're not going to be using this right now, but I'm setting all of those aside. All right, let's put that away. And here is this. Let's do this one first, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do for the other one. So let's do it on this one. So we're going to add this here. That's going to look really pretty because you can see a lot of the detailing on that one. I'm going to use my vintage photo, and I'm going to use my dauber just to go around the edges of this. Okay. And then I'm going to use my little brush to go in. And this will just kind of make it pop a little bit more, showing more of the embossing on it. If I go around. I love my glass mat, and this is another reason why. Because I can work right on it, wipe it off later. See, look at how much better that looks. All right, let's put that away. And now we can put this in here. And we could do two things. We can either go in and look for a picture and then just cut this out and then just stick it in like a puzzle, or we can just put it from behind and then figure out, you know, how much to cut. It will show more of a dimension if we do it this way. Like say, for example, I use this one. See, that would look really pretty like that. So technically I can just cut around it. All I do is I go under it just a little bit. See that? And then all I would do is just trim around just a tiny bit. See? And now we have it to where it's smaller. So let's do this. I'm going to add glue around to this side first. And I do have my hot glue gun on, and that's ready to go. So when I'm ready to put some of the trims, see, I'm going to do it this way. So like that, I can center it, make sure that it's right where I want it. Okay. Let me get a napkin. And then we can add this to here. Now, before I do that, I need to make sure if there's anything that I want to add kind of on from behind. So let's look at our washies and see if there's something that I want to use. Let's do these florals. Isn't this one pretty? I think I got all of these from Temu forever ago. But I'm just going to roughly cut. Maybe I can add a piece over here. Okay, but before I do that, I am going to add a line of glue. Just a little bit. Just to make sure that it's secure and it's not going to pop off. So we're going to add a little bit of color to this one. And then I will go in with my scissors and trim that. Then I could use this maybe for the top or something. I think I'm going to have to cut this down. And then just add a little bit on here. And again, I don't want it to go all the way down because it's a little bit thick. Do I want to add? Yeah. Let's just add it here. Right at the edge. Okay. Just use that kind of like a little bit as a background. See how pretty that looks? Now we can go in. Let me glue down this corner. And then we can go in with glue all the way around, all on the back. I need my tweezers for this. Where'd I put them? Oh, there they are. And add this maybe right there. Maybe a little bit lower. There. Okay. See that? How cute is that? Now let's add a little bit of trim. So let's see what we got here. I have those that I already cut, but let's see what else we have. This is really pretty. I have these scissors just in case. Do we want to do like a little something like that on the bottom? We can layer. Add that like that. So now we can use, let me close this up. Otherwise, when I need it, I'm going to be hassling with it. So with this, make sure that I have it right. I'm going to add this here. And then we'll add this on top. I'm trying to see if there's a right or wrong way here. I'm just going to add glue right across the top. Now, if you don't want to use your hot glue gun, I'm sure you can use the fabric glue. It'll just take a minute to dry. Then maybe add a little something here. Look, I have these. This would be really cute. let me trim this out. Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Add a pearl to the middle of that. I feel like I still need something here though. What could we add there? Do we really need to add something? I do have, what did I put with, I put it here. I could add like a little bit of bling to this. This is trim that you're supposed to actually iron it on. Oh, excuse me, iron it on. But I don't. I just hot glue it. And I got this from Hobby Lobby. And I have a bunch of them because this is when I was making my bows, my hair bows for my daughters. And I would put this in the center of the bow just to kind of give it a little something. But I think this would be pretty here. I think right here. So we'll just add this here. And then put this right on top. It's like plasticky underneath it, so it gets stuck to my fingers. Okay. Then we'll add a little bit of glue to this. Let me see. Maybe just the bottom part. And a little... I hear our mail lady. She's dropping off a package on our porch. She's talking on the phone. She's so loud. We love her though. She's so nice. All right, look at that. There is one. But isn't that pretty? All right, let's do another one. Let's do this one. Let's use some of these. These are just like little die cuts that I bought forever ago. So let's try to see what we could do with those. But before we do that, actually, we need to find what picture we want to use. So let's use one of the book page pictures for this. So let's move this out of the way first. And let's kind of come up with another combo. Another combo for what we want. Ooh, this will work. It'll be barely right on the money. But I think, yeah, this already cuts on the inside, so it would already be like a frame. So I can't put like another one on the in the middle. Cause see this one, I don't think it does. So let's just do that one. And let's do this one in the cream. Let's do it. I need something that has a lot. So maybe this one. Yeah. I need one that's busy only because it's a smaller frame. So I need for something to show. So I'm just going to cut that out. I'm trying to keep my area clear. So let's go ahead and put that down. I don't think I need tape for this one. Okay, I'm gonna make that go a couple times. Because I feel like with this, ooh, that shot right back at me and it hurt me. I really do feel like it's because of the, oh, that hurt. I feel like it's because of the embossing that I have on it, that it's not giving it a cleaner cut. But we are working with what we got. See, there's just a couple little spots that is still kind of on it. See, just tiny little things. Like if it was perforated, that I just need to pop out. But other than that, not too bad. Again, keeping this. Let's put that back. Put this away. Let's ink this. And then we'll ink around. Just gonna put it lightly. Because I still want it to be a lighter. See how cool? I love this. It's just easier with this little, I bought this blending brush at Dollar Tree. So you don't need to get those expensive ones. So there's that. Look at how pretty that looks. And then we'll go around with our dauber. Make sure I have it right side up. I love the way the pattern paper looks on these. It just already gives it this vintage look, doesn't it? All right. See, there's that. Now we're going to need a bigger picture. So I am going to need this again, because this is so thin, this frame. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit harder. Ooh, this one would be pretty. See? That would actually look really pretty. But I need to make sure that it'll cut where I need it. So I think I can do this. Because I just need the middle, the inside part. So let's tape that down. And bring this back out. This should be easier because it's only the thin piece of paper. Yeah, perfect. Oh, it got stuck to the tape. Let's see, I don't need the rest of it. Oops. My gosh. I feel like I keep bumping into everything. Let's put that away. And then this, I'm going to go around the edges with just whatever I have left over on my brush. And let's go with this. Do I want to put something underneath it? You know what? I have... Where is it at? Should we put a piece of this behind it? Wouldn't that be pretty? See how pretty that would look? Okay. Come on. Move out of the way. So with this, because I'm going to have that lace on top, I'm going to add the hot glue to this so that it will actually... I need to do this quick. Make sure that it sticks. Hopefully it's it's not lopsided. It is a little bit. That's okay. That is going to help keep our little lace where we need it. This is going to be really pretty. Okay. Let's see. Now with this, see that? How pretty is that? Now this is what I'm going to do for this one. I'm going to add my art glitter glue to this, but I am going to add a little line to my lace, just to make sure. Pretty. Okay, I think that's it for this. So let's start embellishing it, making it look pretty. And let's see what we're going to use. I kind of want to use some of these little roses, but let's see what else we have. I don't want to put more lace. This trim seems to be a little bit too much. We can add it just off here to the side. That'll look pretty. Let's just do three of these little bundles. So let's cut this part off. Yeah. So this goes here. So let's add glue. Gotta be pretty quick or else it dries up really fast. Okay. Pretty. And I think I have, where is it at? This. I have these pretty little things. I wonder how this would look here. I wonder if I should put red since it's got the red diamonds on here. That would actually be really pretty, wouldn't it? Okay, let's put that here, right here in the middle. Just putting a little dot of glue, dot. I was gonna say dollop and then dot at the same time, so there goes another little free word for you. My made-up words. I should have a whole dictionary of just words that I make up. Oh, that looks really pretty, but it still needs something over here. So something simple. I don't know if I want to do, put 3 here and then add pearls. Let me make sure that that's what I want to do. Let's see if I have anything else in here. Yeah, I need something simple, so I think that's probably going to be our best bet. All right. We'll keep these. I think it goes this way. And we'll add pearls to the inside. I want to make sure that it's pretty stuck, so let me add another little drop. And now we can add our little pearls. I think I'm going to add these little ones. And these I just got from Hobby Lobby. And it's got stickers on the bottom, so, and they're actually pretty good. They stick pretty well. If you're a little afraid, then you can add a little drop of glue underneath them, but they stay pretty well. All right, and there, my friends, is it. Yep. So here are these. I just think they're fun. Just something simple to use up our little, let me put this up a little bit more. Our vintage plain cards. I know that we love our crafts using our plain cards. So there it is, guys. I hope you guys like them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz, and I will see you on Friday for another Craft With Me video. So until then, have a great day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.